Hello, my name is Matthew Jackson. I'm the drummer for Lindale Baptist Church. And today I want to talk to you about using the chimes in a praise band situation. Of course, many of you might already know that coloring and texturing is a big component of playing praise music, and you do that in several ways, several techniques. In today's lesson, I want to concentrate specifically on the chimes. Now, notice I did not call these wind chimes. Oftentimes they're referred to as wind chimes, but these are not wind chimes. Wind chimes are something you put on your porch, okay? These are just called chimes. Now, one key thing to remember when selecting a pair of chimes, or set of chimes, I should say, going to a music store, a lot of people make the mistake in thinking that the number of chimes on a rack makes a better set of chimes. That's not necessarily true. You got to evaluate your chimes based on the quality of the metal the chimes have. You could have one rack of chimes that has inferior metal and you're really going to get a weak sound, okay, where you could have a rack of chimes like this rack here, which is 25 chimes, but the quality of the metal is much superior and it's going to resonate a little better. And remember that chimes typically are not mic'd because sound men look at chimes as a waste of resources to dedicate a mic to a set of chimes. So you want a good set of chimes that's going to have a good quality metal that's going to carry through the building that you're playing in. So oftentimes, just because you have a lot of chimes doesn't necessarily mean it's going to carry well. So that's the biggest thing, is evaluate the quality of metal versus the quantity of chimes that are on the rack. Okay. Now, as a general rule, in a praise band situation, usually the first part of the set you do fast songs, and then the last part of the set you do with the slower type songs. Typically it's the slower songs where I use the chimes and where you hear the chimes used in a lot of services or in a lot of music. Now, one question I've been asked a lot is, well, which way do you go on the chimes? Do you go up or do you go down? And that's a very good question. And the way I handle that situation is I listen to the words of the music, because sometimes the music will dictate which way you should go. So for instance, if you're playing a song that says, where the theme has something to do with us lifting our praises up to the Lord, for instance, then you probably want to start from the bottom and work up. If you're playing a song where they're talking about God pouring down his blessings on us and raining on us or something like that, well then you probably want to start from the top and go down. Typically I use a drumstick when I play the chimes. There's a little less drag on the chimes when you do that, so that's what I do. Also, you could use chimes for your lead-ins when you do a fill or lead into a groove, much the way you would use a cymbal roll leading into a fill or a groove. I think the last piece of advice I'd give you about the chimes is don't overdo it. If you go heavy on the chimes on one song and then you're playing the next song, you probably want to lay off the chimes because too much of a good thing can kind of wear it out, you know. So anyway, that's our lesson for today. I hope this has been helpful on how to use the chimes.